Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, Cole. Yay!
All right.
And I love your effing jacket.
Dante Finiguera. We like to do little introductions here.
Okay.
Dante Finiguera, born in Mission Viejo, California. 14 special operative subterranean burrowing tours into Center Earth. I screwed up my bit. I've been thinking about a bit. Son of a... Man, that bites. Sorry, everyone. Start it over. Beep. I've been thinking about a bit to do my whole drive here, and I just totally freaking chomped it right in the ass.
I thought you were about to say moral core for
well,
some
what
reason.
I was trying to do, and you didn't even pick up on it because I'm so... my blade is so dull. Because I don't have enough COQ12 in my brain right now.
COQ12.
I was trying to do a Sean Ryan, you know how he does the intro and he says your name and then where you're from, a little bit about you, and here's a quote.
Paper with him.
Here's a quote too that I love, and then he'll be like, "You said bump munches can munch my butt. Now that's funny." And then he gets into the, but I screwed it up. We love you, okay. Sean Ryan.
Love you, Sean.
Send us some of your gummy bears.
Yeah.
And congrats on the show. And keep fighting the good fight. Stay sober. Read your Bible. And we'll see you soon, dude.
We'll see him soon for sure.
And we won't see you soon in the way that Dan Crenshaw said he'll see you soon or whatever the hell he was doing.
Team 6 and his boys for sure.
Yeah, Team 6 and the boys aren't going to pay you a visit. Don't worry.
If I could stand across from Sean one day, or if we could one day, and if you could say a joke a bit, and if he did this, I think I'd shit myself.
That would be like making a baby laugh. You would be filled with just indescribable joy.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day here.
All love.
Beautiful day back in the dojo.
How does it feel being back in this garage based on all the other podcast arrangements we've done?
It feels peaceful. It feels comforting. I feel mentally stimulated. I feel eager to have my voice heard. I feel grounded. I feel primal. Healthy. I feel maha right now. It feels good. This is the dojo. Everywhere else we've been kind of started after my... We did a road tour after my traumatic brain injury, and life's been hectic lately, and you've been meeting me halfway, but I now live, 2-3 weeks now, been living a lot closer to the dojo, to Mecca. So you'll see me running around this big black square trying to touch it and kiss it with thousands of people in white robes. That's how I mentally view this place.
Yes.
When I eat breakfast and when I poop, I always make sure I'm facing. I was about to say the address, but I will not say the address because Palantir will drone strike us. I was going to say drine stroke us. So I'm having a drine stroke right now. My brain is still healing, but here we are. It's beautiful. Mission Viejo is lovely. Rancho Santa Margarita is lovely. Beautiful communities, and I came here to actually Zach is not going to like this, but I just wanted to talk some utter crap on Foothill Ranch because what a dump. Foothill Ranch absolutely sucks. I'll say it.
Wow.
Literally, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck. Foothill Ranch, you absolutely suck.
What did he say? When you walk around, you might see someone eating a monkey or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When he said something about
Chael Sonnen?
When he said something about when you see the Minotauro brothers eating a banana, and then he says a racial slur in there.
Oh,
you don't know that one?
You're talking about the carrot in the bus?
No, not carrot in a bus. Something about a banana.
He says he watched them try and feed a bus a carrot because they had never seen a city bus before.
Yes.
They thought it was like livestock, so they tried to give it a carrot.
Yeah,
very, very funny.
I was very careful with that.
But let's get back to what I'm talking about.
Foothill Ranch being a dump, and Zach being person I invited to come today.
And the biggest advocate for Foothill Ranch.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves it. Holds a place in his heart. He did grow up there. I cannot shame him for that. But, you know, my partner and I love when people say partner because then you never know if they're gay or not. My partner and I
Sig Sauer
have been, you know, from Seattle to Costa Mesa to Long Beach, all, you know,
Whittier.
over Whittier, all over a decade. So although we've always been back here for events, for family, you know, it's never been too far from us. We haven't lived here in this community in honestly a decade, since my mid-20s.
Yeah.
And now that we're living close by, I'm readjusting, reacclimating, remembering, oh, that used to be this, and here's this new business, and blah, blah, blah. They cut those trees down, whatever. And we ventured into Foothill before the Super Bowl to go to Walmart. And I just was looking around thinking, this is just devoid of any sort of culture or character.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on in Old Foothill. God love it.
It's a town, and God bless it. That's where my gym is. That's where I go to Target. That's where I buy duct tape for sandbags.
But I mean, Mission Viejo, or Rancho San Margarita
has culture.
They're like Paris, France compared to 100%. Foothill Ranch.
Foothill, you can walk to Foothill, and you could be in Missouri for all you know. You don't know if you're in Missouri. I don't know. Sometimes.
Yes, it's almost like a Sims game, or it's like an AI simulated suburbia.
Yeah.
I guess Irvine, lots of wafts of Irvine feel the same. 100%. Although there is the Woodbridge area, the old Irvine, that's kind of, you know, cool and got some
Irvine is communist owned,
old growth to it. But Foothill, it's like Windows 98 town.
Yeah, and they're making a Costco there.
Yes, and I love
that.
Well, that is what stimulated me to go on this tirade. Hey, Trix. Valentine's presents or what? Lots of candy? Lots of candy. Woo!
Chocolate bunnies. No, it's Easter.
As a youth growing up here, I had my Boy Scout meetings in Foothill. If it wasn't for that, I probably, even though it's 3 miles away, I would have never had a reason or my family to go there. We did go to Saddleback Church, which is right over. It's Lake Forest, but it's right over the border.
Yeah.
But other than my dad getting oil changes at Walmart, my Boy Scout meetings at the elementary school there, and some various other things, we really wouldn't have had to go there. And as I matured into junior high, saying this now, it sounds like I grew up in the 1950s, but going to the movies, like going to the soda hop, going to the movies was quite the rage amongst the young people on the weekends. And that was kind of the cultural mecca for the tweens and teens of my generation, the early 2000s into, 2009 when I graduated, was the Regal Cinema in Foothill Ranch on the weekends. And that was the redeeming factor of the whole town for me, I think, because they had that to offer. And now, of course, the city or town or whatever the hell it is, province, has no shred of dignity to even offer the arts to their people. They let a movie theater close. One of the last escapes of morality. One of the moments you can sit like a moth to a lantern with the lights flickering amongst other moths you might not know, and be mesmerized or hypnotized or transported for a moment's time, pulled out of the vacuous hellhole of AI generated crosswalks and acai bowls that your town has to offer you. And they're turning it into an MFN corporate overlord, capitalism at its finest. God love it. I'm there weekly almost. Damn it. Costco. Kirkland, baby.
Kirkland.
Might as well call the whole town Kirkland, because that's the only reason anybody that don't live there is going to venture into there.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I honestly, have you heard about the Kirkland Nikes, the Kirkland Seltzers, the Kirkland... They're taking over.
if anybody, we'd love to host. I'll get to you for a sec. I just want to clean my palate before moving. Foothill, ultimately, I love you. I have a lot of memories, and I want you to do better. Okay? I want you to do better for your citizens. You've got a weird Oakley factory. It's like a demonic castle up on a hill. Like Dracula. Are you going to barf?
No.
Oh, Oakley shirt. Yes.
From Julio, Sandbag Saturday. Sorry,
Oakley
Julio,
is a culturally explosive, super, super, I would say historical at this point, streetwear, eyewear, sports, lifestyle brand. And it is very cool that their global headquarters are in damn Foothill. But it is like a draconian, like Nosferatu's castle on the hill. It's a strange, just even adds more to the weirdness of that town.
It's a lot of vampires in there. A lot of vampires.
I want you to do better, Foothill Ranch. When you're known for mountain lions jumping on people out of trees, and that's about it, you've got some ground to cover. And do better, but I love you. Sorry if I offended anybody. I'm just joking. This is tongue in cheek, and I would love to have the mayor, if they even have a mayor, of Foothill Ranch here on the show to defend himself.
Yeah, I don't foresee Foothill Ranch
having
honestly, a mayor.
I don't think it's a city. I think it's Lake Forest.
Yeah,
I think it's like a subdivision of. It's like a project of Lake Forest.
Yeah,
it's freaking Section 8 housing of dang Lake Forest. I don't think they have cityhood.
No.
So, anyways, Zach, you know what? Zach would be the best person on the next episode to come here to defend himself.
Be the best person.
And if you're listening all over the world, if you're in Adelaide, Australia, or if you're in Sichuan, China, go ahead and just Google image if you want to know what I'm talking about, or don't listen because this is hyper specific. But on the same topic, how funny is it that I sent you the Wikipedia page for Mission Viejo, Colorado?
Yes.
That is some sort of Mandela effect, false memory, glitch in the matrix situation, isn't it?
I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, I'm having deja vu.
You don't know what to think about it.
I'm having deja vu that I've seen that before prior to you.
Maybe you've been there. Maybe we are there right now.
We're in Colorado. My buddy,
For the listeners, we're in the city of Mission Viejo in Southern California, developing a semi-planned community starting in the mid to late 70s, still thriving today, very safe, great town. And I guess big Mission Viejo, the corporate Mission Viejo decided, this is going so good in California. Let's open a Mission Viejo in Colorado. And I think they named the streets the same. They planted some of the same trees, even down to the street lights they sourced for the streets that have this kind of bell shape to them. They put the same street lights. So they're sort of like a strange Mission Viejo in Colorado. Just like if you go to what's the damn town here in California that's like a weird German town or something, whatever it's called. Or it's the Swiss town. They got windmills and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Victorville?
It ain't GD Victorville, dude. It's son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
Don't worry, I'm looking it up.
It's not German. It's type in European to generalize it. European town in California.
European town in California.
It's almost like a world. It's like a land at Disneyland when you go there, this place. What's it telling me? It's called, it starts with an S?
Yes. Solvang?
Solvang. What it's not German. What does it say?
It's saying it's Denmark.
Swedish?
Vibe
no,
Denmark.
Danish. Okay.
Vibe Denmark.
Yeah, if you go to Solvang, California, which is like not far from Victorville, it's somewhere near like
I had this weird feeling.
The 209. It's like Stockton area or something. And the whole damn place is like you're in like a fairy tale.
Yeah. Interesting.
European place.
Wow.
So that's going on in Colorado with the Mission Viejo. So you know what else we're going to do for a future episode?
What?
Let's try and contact God willing, we have a sole listener. Maybe it's the person who keeps commenting about our feet. Yes. Living in Mission Viejo, Colorado. But let's try to find a young man or woman living there, and let's I don't think we have the budget yet to fly them in for the episode, but let's maybe get a Zoom going and interview them and talk to them about Mission Viejo.
Yes.
Hear some of their local lore versus some of our local lore, some legends of the town, alligator in the sewer-esque.
Someone dying in the
people dying,
lake.
People drowning, the gangs. Do the gangs have similar names? Which teachers at your high school were pedophiles? Was it more math and science department, or was it more of the arts?
Yeah.
Get into a little bit of that.
I just looked up something fun. Would you like to hear?
Tell me.
Why Mission Viejo was made?
What do you mean why it was made? That's you're speaking like your pineal gland is calcified here, partner. Well, wake up a little bit.
Why Mission Viejo was made? Mission Viejo was built in the 1960s to 70s to handle the massive population boom in Southern California. After World War II, tons of veterans moved to California. Veterans rise up. LA plus Orange County exploded in population. Developers needed to organize suburban cities. Instead of random neighborhoods, they decided to build an entire planned city. Before it existed, it was mostly a ranch land, and they have a little cow emoji next to that.
Yeah, this was all farm territory here. This
Huge
was all
cattle,
farm territory.
sheep.
But there's holes in your theory there because
Owned by the O'Neill family?
Yeah, yes. But Mission Viejo really didn't become mass populated until the early 70s, I would say.
And that was 60s to 70s.
Well, yeah, 60s is probably when they started construction.
Yeah.
They probably had their first generation of people settled here by the 70s. And World War II ended in 1945. So there's a big gap there.
Well, there's a boom of children, the boomers being
There's probably
born.
some correlation there, but the city that really, really well defines exactly what you're reading is very close to where we came from in Long Beach, which is Lakewood, where we have family in Lakewood. And Lakewood, California is not really a suburb. It's a sprawling city. It's very large that neighbors Long Beach, and Lakewood had some astronomical number of homes built in like a 2-year span, like 30,000 single family homes built in 2 years or something. And it was all for GIs returning from World War II.
It says that here came LA to start and families. Orange County.
Yes. Yeah. Lakewood is a prime example of property owners and real estate developers looking to house GIs returning from the war.
Yeah.
Which led into the 50s, which would be the golden age where you could buy, in Downey, in Cerritos, in Lakewood, you could buy these single family homes that were not entirely unique, not too dissimilar from where we live now, which is, track homes, they say, but with a garage, with a backyard, couple bedrooms and bathrooms. And you could buy that and you could work on a delivery truck or at a factory or as a policeman, fireman, mailman, typical jobs, and your wife could stay home and you could have children.
Fun fact, Mission Viejo is considered one of the most successful master planned communities in U.S. history.
Sure.
They planned schools inside of the community.
Basically, when that's what RSM is as well. When the homes weren't built and then the shopping centers and the pools and the baseball stadiums came later, they had a giant blank canvas and they said, here's neighborhoods here. We're going to put a trail here that can take you to both the neighborhoods, and the trail will also take you to the public pool. And if you continue the trail to the local public lake, and so everything was set out. Let's make sure we have a post office. Let's make sure we have 3 elementary schools here to cover these people. It's all planned out. And that's where sort of the Tim Burton view of suburbia, like in Edward Scissorhands, where it's hyperbolized and everybody is kind of Stepford wifey, where it's very robotic and hey neighbor and watering the lawn, and the cultureless kind of void of any sort of personality towns came out of that post-war idea of what a planned community could be like. But in reality, as we progress further and further into insanity in this country, and the cities are hellholes and unsafe, really these places are little beacons and strongholds of any sort of safety, number one, and community, probably number one as well, like safety and community next to each other. Extremely important for a healthy community, where you can see on, the cork boards at your coffee shops that at the park, this is, outside of just a farmer's market, we're going to be doing this tree lighting ceremony, this concert in the park. It's almost like state funded or state sponsored entertainment for the people of the community. And if you get into LA, you cross one street from Downey and you're into damn whatever else, Cerritos, or not to mention them again, but it's all a big grid. So the towns kind of mesh and blend into each other. But Mission Viejo kind of is, RSM is RSM. There's nothing behind it, next to it. That's the place. So it's not like people that live there are Bostonian in their pride. There's no pride really here. That's probably what it's lacking. But a sense of community, safety, familiarity is definitely stronger than, I would say, major cities across America.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we need a war in Mission Viejo. I want to see what town turns into the dung boss first. Which town could survive? Frickin'
Donbass region.
Which shells can survive frickin' mortars and coming in? Which houses?
RSM be wiped out.
RSM wiped out. You think?
Irvine would have a lot of drone warfare, a lot of
smart people over there.
A lot of smart, intelligent, covert operations happening, probably. Chemical warfare, bioweapons, lots of bioweapons. Mission Viejo would have some fighters. There'd be some dogs, I would think.
Mission Viejo would be the Mosul of California. It would be, you take out Mission Viejo, you've taken the country.
There might be a lot of truth to that.
You take Mission Viejo, what's next?
It's far enough and sort of blue collar enough still, even though that's blue collar is almost a obsolete term these days in Southern California. But it's blue collar enough to still have some grit and a little bit of gravel in the blood. Mm-hmm. If you go any further west towards the coast, it turns into, sort of
poopy pants,
probably more liberal, peace and love, hippy dippy surf culture leaning type folk that
they'll join the other side,
that might put the daisy in the end of the barrel of the Kalashnikov instead of try and disarm the Kalashnikov holder.
Spilled everywhere, bro.
Bet you didn't think I was going to say Kalashnikov on this episode.
That's what made me spill. Fuck. Sorry, I'll have to cut that out. Sorry. What was I going to say? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if we go down, who's next? Lake Elsinore? That's maybe the next.
Elsinore
homestead.
is the Mad Max. That is the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Elsinore is where the survivors will travel to form their communes and their new world order.
Yeah. Across the friggin' hills, the mountain.
And let me just say, I'm looking around right now and I see a lot of French fries because we are both in our bag right now. And we're amongst the French fries in the bottom of the bag that have fallen out. We're in our bag. I will say that.
In our bag.
It just smells like beef tallow because that's what we're frying them in now because we are Maha as well.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. I spilled everywhere and dropped your glasses. I'll get those for you.
I'm mentally stimulated right now. I'm mentally erect. Can you tell?
Yeah, mentally rooted. Both senses
mentally
of the word
erect would be the name of the episode.
Mentally erect, morally rooted.
Moral core.
Moral core.
So what else, partner?
What else? Do you like your new house? Living there, throwing parties?
Yeah. Yes,
everything
I do.
Seems right.
Yeah, everything seems right. As you know from your days in Santiago.
Yep.
And here, of course, but home ownership is quite a burden on a man. It's a task, a lot of upkeep, a lot of fires to put out, a lot of things to consider. But yes, I'm very blessed. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We feel safe. There's no more helicopter noises. There's no more sirens. There are, but they're infrequent. There's not that we were living in the Donbass, but Long Beach was sort of Donbass-esque for sure. I can't think of
Donbass.
What's another region other than Donbass?
I almost said the crick. The Kiev. I want to say Kiev. No.
Kiev is the capital.
Capital.
But the regions along the water are the ones that got infiltrated.
I would think you would know.
I always reference Donbass because maybe it's easiest to remember.
I always say dung beetle.
But
is that war still going on or what?
I was thinking about that today. What's going on in the Ukraine? Yeah, is that? I mean, it is, but I saw a really very sad. Just like fuck, man. Some people and the mind control that their governments have over them, and the lengths they are willing to go, or the heights they are willing to jump if told so, just don't make sense to me. And it was an interview with a North Korean young man who is conscripted by Russia. You know, Russia started dipping into North Korea for fighters.
Sure, yeah. Because
they lost so many. Mm-hmm. Russia was having.
They just needed bodies.
They needed bodies. They needed fodder. And Lord knows we've all seen the videos of him at the funerals and the military parades where he's honoring them, and it's quite beautiful. That's where the term "I feel like a hug from the Supreme Leader could fix me" comes from, because it's honestly the most honest hug that I've ever seen in my life. Is the Supreme Leader hugging his countrymen?
Yeah.
But the reality is, these people are slaves in their country, and they were conscripted, they were drafted, they were forced to go fight on Putin's behalf. And I saw an interview of a guy, and his face is kind of messed up. It looks like his jaw might have been broken, but it's now healed or something. Or maybe it was a birth defect. I don't know. But he looked messed up, and he looked young. He's a North Korean, which is Korean, you know, and he's 20-something, early 20s. And he's smoking, the interviewer's giving him cigarettes, and he's smoking cigarettes. And he's basically saying, I'm a failure for the rest of my life, and I wish I would have died. Because what had happened to him was he was shelled or hit, or his guys were hit or something. And he was captured as a prisoner and taken back to Ukraine alive, which I don't think Russia kept many people alive. Not that Ukraine is morally sound, but he was kept alive as a prisoner of war. I think that's where the interview is coming from, is he's being interviewed by Ukrainian state media or something about what was they want to paint Russia even more horribly. So they're going to try and get him to say they didn't feed us or whatever, you know. But anyways, when he was hit, he was knocked unconscious. So he was captured while being unconscious. And his only wish to the interviewer was the shelling did not render him void of consciousness, so he could have killed himself, because he knew it was over for him, and it's way more dishonorable to be a prisoner of war than it is to take your own life. Because that's what the Japanese did in mass in World War II. Yeah. If they knew they were holed up or they were getting closed in on, they would all just put the sword right through their And he said, like, I think about my mother, how I've let her down. I think about my family. He just went on and on about how basically he will live the rest of his life depressed and a failure because he didn't have the opportunity to kill himself. It was just like, holy crap, crapola.
Crapola. Pretty recent?
Yeah, I saw it on a, scrolling on a calcification of my pineal gland journey.
While you're sunning your pineal gland?
Yes.
We do need to get into that. I would love to sunburn my pineal gland for sure.
It's perennial sunning.
Perennial sunny.
Where you get out in the yard, you make sure the neighbors are out, everybody's going to work. Make sure the kids are playing flag football. You wear your socks and tennies, and you're in your birthday suit, and you find which way the sun is shining.
Due west.
And you just throw your legs up over your head like a baby getting his diaper changed, and let that vitamin D, You let the right kind of D, not the wrong kind of D, right into the little balloon knot, the little chocolate starfish you got,
stink
and
portal.
You reap the immense health benefits from that. I'm sure there's something there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although the king never really touched on that, and if the king doesn't promote that as health, then I'm not sure it's true.
Yeah.
And by the king, I mean our good friend of the show. We're praying for you. We think about you every day. Brian Johnson, the Liver King.
Our king. Pray about you.
Hope
he
you're
will
well.
come here one day. I think he will.
I hope he's well. I'd love for him to train
here. I have a
here.
weird feeling he's going to be here.
He's on his journey.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of his book, and his book's not over.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the movie gets good, where we find the true character. But we know the hero's journey. The hero will prevail.
I kind of want to go on some sort of chaotic, adventure.
The Seth Rogen persecution, probably largely uncalled for, and he will probably realize that with some reflection, but it's part of his journey.
Yeah. Speaking of kings, this is a history pop quiz.
Sure.
Do you know
King Solomon? Was that the answer?
I don't know. I would have to look it up again.
I was just trying to wow you.
Wow. Do you know why women stopped giving birth in the standing/squatting position, which is the most natural for the birth canal for the baby to come out?
Yes, I have comment on that, but why?
Do you know why and why it
I would
happened?
assume maybe like the Roman Empire or the Catholic Church or something banned it for some obscure and non-historically or medically accurate reason. I'm not sure. Do you have the answer?
Mm-hmm. I looked it up last night, or maybe 2 days ago.
Does it have religious pretext?
It has to do with the king, and I could see it's on my phone, so I don't want to pull up my phone again for lack or disrespect.
Okay,
but it has to do with the king, and why do you think the
here's
king?
Here's a spitball. Maybe a king was like,
I do know the reason.
We are not animals. We are humans. So don't do it like an animal. Do it like a lady. I don't know.
It said It said he wanted to watch. He wanted to watch the birth. So he wanted to watch. And then it became...
In a miraculous way or in a perverse way?
It didn't say perverse or miraculous. Maybe both.
Probably
maybe both.
Isn't everything.
And, of course, the town jesters and doctors and scribes were like, of course, yes, let's get a bed and let's put her legs up.
Wait a minute. The jesters were involved?
The jesters, whatever. Dude,
they were juggling like, yeah, get the bed.
Yeah, the jesters were the nurses. And then... That's what happened, and then it took over normal medicine, and they started doing that. And now, just today, it's just simplicity with IVs and everything set up for flat birth. And then naturally, you want to be squatting, standing.
It's not the right way to do
jumping jacks.
Well, it's in the same vein as the squatty potty. Yeah. Why the squatty potty is effective, because we weren't meant to sit at 90 degrees to poop, because we never. In our 30,000 years of existence as Homo sapiens, never came across a perfect little tree stump shaped like a toilet and everyone shat.
Yeah.
You just popped a squat over some fern like an Asian smoking a cig on his lunch break in the deep squat, and you just let the turd fly.
Yeah.
Asians, no offense to smoking cigs in squatting positions. I'm sure many cultures do it, but I do notice you guys smoke your cigs and squats.
Well,
so
all
that's
over the Middle East, they have their toilets in the malls are all in the ground. They're in the holes.
Yes.
Normal malls in Bahrain, Abu Dhabi.
Yes. This is the right way to poop, like this.
Yeah, all the way down.
You smoke your cigarette, no matter what country of origin you're from, and you poop like this.
And it's the cigarettes for the smell, do you think, or just to relieve?
No, I'm backtracking on a comment I made saying like an Asian would smoke a cigarette, because this is, if you look at historical photos of New York and things like that, you'll see that's because there's probably not a lot of places to sit down, and you want to relax a little bit.
The Secco rats, they'll be standing, smoking, not squatting.
Yes, but I did see a piece on a hospital or a birthing place, maybe not a full hospital, but a place where women go to birth. I believe it was in Mexico, although I'm not sure. And it gained notoriety and a lot of attention because they promoted holistic, natural childbirth, not only with minimal intervention by pharmaceuticals and whatnot, but by positioning. And they had tremendous stats that backed their claim that this was natural and healthy, and their stats showed lower infant mortality, lower maternal mortality rates, meaning more people are surviving, less nuchal cords, which is the umbilical cord being wrapped around the neck, and less birth defects, whatever. I don't know. I can't quote the stats, but they had positive stats. And in their center, it looked like a dojo, like a large open room, padded floors,
ready to fight,
with like ballet bars.
Oh, come here. We got a question for you. Keep going, Cole.
Ballet bars along the walls at different heights. So the woman would stand, and there's a dowel going the length of the wall.
Ballet Pilates.
Hold at their height, hold the dowel, and lean back, and just drop the child.
Straight up midday bar Pilates. Tall, what do you think? Are you ready for the question?
Here, you can talk off camera if you want.
No. Tall, get on the camera. Come on. Could you describe what you felt in the worst part of childbirth? What were you feeling?
Like I wanted to commit suicide.
Oh!
You can't say damn.
Oh, you can't? I literally, before I got my epidural, I was just imagining myself like tunnel vision. Like I wanted to escape. I wanted to escape and run down the entire hospital hallway and just like give up. That's what I felt like.
Give up.
I was in excruciating pain. Yeah.
Do you feel like if you were squatting in a field, you'd probably be more at peace? Attempting the same act, but maybe in a natural setting in a squat? Honestly,
First birth, my midwife was like 70 years old. She was so experienced. And I think I probably would have died, literally, because AJ was 10 and a half pounds. So if it wasn't for her seasoned hands...
Atrix was a unit. Because we were saying how I believe it's in Mexico, there's a natural hospital birth place for women.
I wouldn't. I think my ancestors before me, I honestly think that they prayed to have doctors and hospitals and things
You're
like that.
You're probably right as well.
Yeah, because they didn't want. But no, I think setting wise, yes, but like with all of the hospital equipment and everything with it. Excuse me. Yeah. Nope.
And as two cis white men, honestly, right here, we probably shouldn't be commenting on this as well.
Really,
two mics. You know what I told Jordan yesterday? I asked her a question, which I was going to ask you today. I said, what would you do if you had my body for one day? And then she answered me. And then for her, I said, I think I would go and try birthing a child and see how bad the pain would be. And she was like, "Aw."
Well, you would need it for 9 months.
So what
I would want to be... She literally said I would eat so much food and lift heavy stuff to see. She was just like,
I would just go like flip over a dumpster and scare.
She said I'd eat a lot of food and try to pick up and see how much I could lift. And then she said, go in the water and surf.
If you were in that same body though, would you be attracted to the opposite sex too?
Well, it depends if.
Because then I'd be like, I would try and date people too.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that because
you've only got 24 hours.
That man perspective.
You have 24 hours, so it'd be like, no, you're still attracted to the opposite
chicks have the damn hot Cheetos. Come on.
She denied the hot Cheetos?
She did, yeah. What time is it, partner? I've got to talk to a man about a horse.
Yeah. Horses in the back.
It's 3:39.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually?
It's 3:36. How did you almost
guess?
Well,
then I didn't guess it. I tried my best.
Almost did. We've been going roughly 40 minutes, Cole.
We're
what
good.
Would you? Okay, final question. Then I'll ask you the question. If you had my body for one day, what do you think you would do?
If I had your body for one day,
yeah. Is there anything special, or you would just kind of live your life and kind of just see?
I would
people interact and
I would go to every red stop sign in Foothill Ranch and bend it down at a 90-degree angle and cause utter chaos for the residents there. I would go muscle down
In
every
Foothill
stop sign
Ranch.
and cause mass traffic collisions.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. If I had your body for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an answer. There's an answer there that I would, I don't know. I don't know if it's SFW, safe for work, as they say online. But there's some things that I would explore that I'm not used to.
Oh, got it. Right. Right. No gayness here. Hybrid work.
I would do hybrid work. I would form a hybrid theory like Linkin Park.
I think if I were you, I would probably I would go straight to the recruiter and enlist in the military. And then when you had your body back, it would just be like, sorry.
I'm not tracking.
I would enlist your body into the military.
But you only had it for a day, or you have it for a time period?
I would have it for a day. So then when you're back in your body, it's like,
I'm enlisted now, and now I'm gonna.
You're going to Taiwan.
Okay.
Later. No, I'd probably go streaking or something. I don't know. To see.
Then I would, if I had yours, I would buy a one-way ticket to Pyongyang, and the 23-hour and 59-minute point would be when the cabin doors close. So when you got back in at 24 hours, the plane was taxiing to Pyongyang, North Korea. And you would have to find your way back.
Great.
That's a fun question.
Yeah, it's a great question. Take myself back to the moment you were falling off the golf cart. See what that whole
and tuck and roll
dilemma.
For me.
Yeah, tuck and roll for you.
Well, thank you, Mission Viejo, Foothill Ranch. This was all tongue in cheek. I'm only joking. Women, I'm sorry. We talked about things we have no business talking about, but we can only theorize.
We said we would want to feel the pain.
Yes.
So,
what else is there to say? Good episode, partner. Back in the dojo.
Costco. What was the episode title?
Mentally Erect, I thought maybe would be a good one.
Yeah.
Or Pyongyang.
Mentally Erect.
Pyongyang bound.
Pyongyang bound. Okay, brother.
All right.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.